Hi yogis, welcome to this intermediate level video that is the first of our chakra series of practices. We start from, there are 7 chakras running along the spine. These subtle spinning vortexes of energy, and we need to begin at the first one and break through each of them as we go up the spine. So the first one is the root chakra, Muladhara chakra. Mula means root, Dhara means foundation, Asana means seat or pose. So this chakra is red in colour. It's got 4 petals. When it's seen visually, they're all represented by lotus flowers. It's all about the earth element, about the downward movement of energy, of creating a place for yourself where you feel stable, you feel safe, you feel grounded. It's a great practice to do if you're feeling like really spacey and just as though everything's going on in your head, you kind of lost yourself a bit and you want to get re-grounded. It's a brilliant practice for that. So we'll be staying low to the ground, we'll be doing lots of hip opening. That's the sort of practice that we do. So hope you enjoy. I will be moving through the poses, not fast, but we won't be staying in the poses for like a long time in each pose. But if you want to make it much more of your own practice and you find a pose that really works for you, or it really is a challenge and you want to work on it a little bit more, just pause the video, come back, work on it a little bit more, and then join back in. So from here, we're going to take Prithivi Mudra, which is one of the earth mudras. You're going to connect your thumb and your ring finger on each hand. Just take a few moments to start to feel grounded, to start to feel your foundation through your feet, through your legs, through your seat. Beginning to notice your breath, to drop your awareness into your breath. Your exhalation is the part of the breath that is associated with that downward movement of energy. So observing your natural breath, just checking that you're not rushing to finish your exhale, so you can take your next breath in. Take full breaths in and complete breaths out. So you're navigating your way through what you can feel in your body and building that rhythm for your breath so that you can bring a sense of groundedness and stability into your emotional state, into where your mind is and where your thoughts go as well. And then from here, just going to lift your head up. So I've got something underneath my hips to elevate my hips. You can keep that there or you can remove that. And then from here, you're going to keep your mudra and you're going to inhale, sweep your arms up. And then as you get to the top, release your mudra, bring the backs of your fingers together, and as you exhale, feel as though you're drawing and pulling that energy all the way down to the earth. And then rejoin your thumb and your ring finger as you reach your arms up, and then bring the backs of your fingers and the backs of your hands together as you root that energy down. And then one more time, inhale and exhale. And then from here, I'm going to slide your hands out, root your hips down, come down onto your elbows. If you're using props, you can use something underneath your elbows. And then bringing your palms up reaching your arms forwards, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, reach your arms back, and exhale, folding in. Dropping the crown of your head, you've got your hair trap there, down towards the floor, reaching your fingers up and the crown of your head down. Inhale, come up. Take your fingertips behind you, switch the cross of your legs, and then from here, bring your hands out to the sides with your palms facing up. And then inhale here, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Just come a little bit forwards. And you're going to turn your left palm down, keep your right palm up. So you're channeling the energies between the earth and the sky. And then inhale back, bringing both hands to face up. And then exhale, turn to the left, turn your right palm down. So this is the moving downward force of energy, linking to this energy and drawing it down from the sky all the way down into the earth. And then revolving back, tucking your feet under, going to come onto all fours. So I'm just going to turn this way so you can see a little bit more of what's going on this first side. So from here, I'm going to stay with my knees stacked underneath my hips. I'm going to come down onto my forearms. So my elbows are underneath my shoulders, and I'm going to stack my right fist on top of my left. And then I'm going to bring my forehead to rest on my fists. Really feel the floor and the earth beneath me, creating that foundation. And then inhale, I'm going to lift my sit bones, drop my chest, and then exhale, round, push the floor away. Inhale, lift the sit bones, draw the shoulder blades closer. Exhale, move the shoulder blades apart, rounding in. One more, inhale. And exhale. And then I'm going to stay, place my forehead and then the crown of my head on the floor. And then from there, I'm going to bend my right knee, reach back with the right hand, thread this left hand through for the foot. And then I'm going to point my toe and pull my heel in and just get a little bit of a quad stretch, a stretch into the top of the foot and the front of the shin. And then from here, I'm going to release the foot. I'm going to lift up, bring my hands underneath my shoulders, and then I'm going to start to tip forwards, pick up my left foot, bring the sole of my right foot to the thigh of my left foot into Scorpio pose. And then press up and extend the left leg back and the right arm forwards. Big breath in, and exhale, push the floor away, bring the elbow and the knee to touch. Inhale, reach back, and exhale, out to the side. Inhale, forwards, and exhale, pulling. Inhale, forwards, exhale, out to the side. Inhale, forwards, reach the hand back for the foot. Another little stretch for the quads. And then release. And as I exhale, I'm going to bring this left knee behind my right knee. And then I'm going to slowly start to sit myself back into Gomukhasana, legs. And then inhale, I'm going to lengthen my spine. And then exhale, I'm going to twist to the left. And I'm going to place the back of my right hand on my right foot. I'm going to start to lean so that I can rest my right shoulder on this right knee, and then bring my palms together, push my hands into each other and twist to the left. Big breath in, and then exhale, sweep my arms around, and I'm either going to stay with my hands down or bring my forehead down. Not my forehead, my forearms down. See if you can keep rooting both sit bones down into the floor. And then from here, I'm going to come up, I'm going to free up this right foot, I'm going to step it forwards into a lunge with the back knee down. I'm going to walk this right foot over to the right. Stay on your hands or be on bricks. And then I'm going to pick up this left knee and I'm going to do some circles into the hips. Just taking a few circles in each direction. In the opposite direction. And then from here, lower that left knee down and tuck the toes. I'm going to start to walk my way back. I'm going to sit all the way back onto this left foot and take a really lovely low stretch, really feeling connected to the earth, into this right hamstring. And then inhale, come back. And then I'm framing this right foot and I'm going to pick up this left leg. I'm going to inhale, drift forwards, lifting my chest, and then exhale, sit back into another hamstring stretch, staying low to the ground. Inhale, come forwards, and exhale back. One more, inhale forwards, exhale back. Bringing my hands to the inside, walking this foot a little bit further over. I'm going to inhale, come back into my lizard pose, picking up this left foot as I go, and walk my elbows forwards and just cup my chin in my hands. I can be on the outside edge of this right foot. And then I'm going to release. Bring my left hand down, release my left foot down, curl the toes under. I'm going to pick up my left knee and inhale. Reach my right arm up, and as I exhale, wrap it behind and reach for the inside of this left arm. And then I'm going to release this right hand, bring it to the inside, spin the back foot down, and I'm going to inhale, come all the way up into Warrior Two, and exhale, take this left hand around for my right arm, and then inhale, straighten the legs, and exhale, re-bend this right knee. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. One more, inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. And then I'm going to take this right hand back. I'm going to hold opposite elbows and I'm going to tip into triangle pose, but without the arms, straightening this right leg. And then reaching the crown of my head forwards, tailbone towards the back foot. And then re-bend this right knee, reach my right hand to the outside of the foot and sweep the left arm alongside my ear for side angle pose. And then lift this left arm up, reach my right fingertips a little bit forwards and then step up into Ardha Chandrasana. Ooh. And then from here, I'm going to slowly bring this knee in and step the feet together. Bend my knees and again hold opposite elbows. Hug my thighs, pick up my heels. Ooh. Pick up my heels. Big breath in. And then exhale, release into a forward fold. And then bend my knees again. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to my heart. And then I'm going to bring my right ankle over my left thigh for awkward chair pose. Squatting back down. And then from here, I'm going to bring my right fingertips down, take my left hand into my left sole of my left foot. I'm going to push into that foot and twist to the left. And then I'm going to release, I'm going to walk my hands to the right. So it's like downward facing dog. And then maybe work towards straightening that left leg, really pushing through the hands. And then re-bend this left knee. Keep the right fingertips on the floor. And I'm going to slowly sit my pelvis down. So my right hand is still out to the right. And I'm going to bring my left hand back to this left foot. Press the knee down towards the floor to keep opening up through the hip. And then bring it the other way so that I come into a seated spinal twist, wrapping this arm around and coming into the twist. And then I'm going to pick up this right foot and I'm going to come into a slightly deeper twist, reaching that right arm back and holding onto the outside edge of that right foot. And then from here, I'm going to bring my right foot in front of my left, so this stacked. So the left foot is in towards the pelvis, the right foot is in front. And then from here, I'm going to hold opposite knees. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold in. So I'm crossing my upper arms and folding into this forward fold. Using the exhale to keep that connection downwards through my body into the floor. It's called apana, this downward movement of energy. And then from here, slowly come up. And then I'm just going to reposition this right foot. And I'm going to come into pigeon pose. So I'm going to sweep this left leg back. So it's going to be quite a soft pigeon. So I'm going to lean a little bit over to this right hip. And if you want to put your blanket underneath there, walk around to the left. And then bring my thumbs, rest my third eye on my thumbs. Keep breathing. Maybe releasing down, coming a little bit lower. And then inhale, come up. Just going to press up. Just make sure this right knee is enough over to the right. And then I'm going to bring my right arm down. And then I'm going to start to bend this left knee and bring it out to the front. Reach back, find the foot. And then I'm going to hold on to my shin, with both hands and drop my head down towards the floor. So it's a really nice stretch into the outer part of the hip and all the way through the spine. And then I'm going to press myself up and I'm going to tuck this left leg back. So it's like a deer pose. And then from here, I'm going to come through the center of the pose. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more weight into this right forearm and just gently twist to the left. I'm going to drop my chin down. And then I'm going to start to walk my way over to the right. And I'm going to thread this left arm under, come onto my elbow, bring my palms together and come into a twist, dropping my head down towards the floor. And then slowly, I'm going to come all the way up. I'm going to walk my hands behind. Inhale, lift my chest up. And then release. I'm going to bring this left foot forwards. And I'm going to slowly lower down and bring my right ankle onto my left thigh. And then from here, I'm going to start to pick my legs up and start by having a hand on each knee, same hand, same knee. And then I'm going to cross like we did before and bring opposite hand to knee. I'm going to pause, even trying to pull my knees closer together and twist to the left. And then turning back to centre, release the knees. I'm going to slide my legs into a tighter, closer cross and reach down and hold each foot. And then from here, I'm going to keep holding the feet, but I'm going to lower this left leg to the floor and drop my right foot to the left. So I'm in a twist, but it's a big opening for this right hip, the outer right hip. And then rolling back, I'm going to straighten this left leg and bring the outside edge of my right foot into my left hip crease and reach my right arm back. Take a few breaths here. And then lifting my right arm, lifting my left leg, I'm going to rock myself up to a seat. Just down a bit. So you can forward fold with your half lotus leg, or you can bring your foot into the inside of your thigh. So it's like tree pose sat down. So it's a Janu Shirshasana. So from here, inhale, reach the arms up, find my mudra, exhale, come forwards. Just bowing my head down towards this left leg, lengthening through the spine on the inhale, and then nestling, settling a little bit deeper on the exhale. And then inhale, come up. When you're ready, you're going to cross at the ankles and come back onto all fours. So I'm going to turn round so that you get the same sort of view. Otherwise you miss quite a lot of what's going on. And then I'm going to come back onto all fours, and I'm going to bring my forearms down and put my left fist on top of my right and bring my forehead to rest on my fists. And then from here, inhale, draw the shoulder blades closer, lift your sit bones up. Exhale, push the floor away, rounding it. Inhale. And exhale. Everywhere that my body's touching the floor, I'm using that to create a really solid foundation. One more. And then I'm going to hold opposite elbows and just sit back into a child's pose. I'm going to take my hands out. I'm going to come forwards, bring the crown of my head down. And then bend my left knee, reach around and through for this left foot and really pull that left foot in. Starting to get a stretch through the front of the thigh, and then release, bringing my hands underneath my shoulders, and then keep this foot kicking in. I'm going to start to lean forwards. I'm going to bring the sole of my left foot into the thigh of my right foot, hugging my elbows in, and then pressing back up. Right leg reaches back, left arm reaches forwards. Exhale, coiling in. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, reach back for this right foot with the left hand. Inhale. Maybe looking over this left shoulder. And then reach them forwards. Exhale, take your right knee behind your left. May need to just adjust a little bit on your mat. And then slowly sitting back into your cow face pose, into your Gomukhasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, start to twist to the right. I'm going to bring the back of my left hand into the foot, and then bring my shoulder and nestle it into my knee. Bring my palms together. Inhale, push. So I'm straightening both arms, finding this little twist. And then sweeping the arms around, staying close to the floor, coming down onto maybe the hands or maybe down onto the forearms. And then looking up, picking up this right foot, I'm going to step it forwards and come into a lizard lunge. So bringing my left foot out to the left and coming down onto my forearms. I'm going to lift my back knee, and then I'm going to start to make some circles through the hips. I'm going to go a few times in each direction and then switching, going the other way. And then slowly lower this right knee to the floor and start to walk all the way back. Untuck the toes, sit all the way back and come into a really grounded hamstring stretch. Looking forwards, creeping forwards again. Hands frame this front foot this time. Drop into the lunge, bend that right knee. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the foot down and come forwards. Hips back, chest forwards into the hamstring stretch. Inhale, into your lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, coming into your splits, half splits. One more, inhale. And exhale. Bending that left knee, walking the left foot across to the left. And then starting to lower back down, keeping this knee bent, coming onto the elbows, resting the chin in my cupped hands. Can be on the outside edge of the foot, or you can keep the foot down. We're going to come onto the outside edge of the foot in a moment. Going to start to lift up. Keep the right hand down. Release the right foot and lift that knee. Come onto the outside edge and then inhale. Lift that left arm up. Exhale, really lunge. Wrap that left hand around for your right arm. And then release. Bring your left hand down and you're going to spin this right foot down. We're going to come up to our warrior two. Inhale, come up. And exhale, wrap this right arm behind to find the left inner elbow. Really dropping down, finding your depth, feeling that downward pull of energy. And then inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, drop lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, drop a little bit lower. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, drop low. And then from here, straighten this left leg. Wrap the left arm around, hold opposite elbows. Inhale here. And exhale, tip into triangle pose. Really reaching through the crown of the head forwards, tailbone rooting back towards this right heel. And then rebend the left knee. Release your left hand to the outside of the foot. Really push the right foot into the floor and sweep this right arm alongside your ear, spinning your chest up towards the ceiling. And then from here, reach this right arm up. You're going to bring your left fingertips a little bit further forwards, step into this left leg and pick up your right leg into Ardha Chandrasana. Take another breath here. And then circle this right leg out and down to meet the left. Bend your knees, wrap, hold opposite elbows if you can. And then inhale, pull, so you're hugging in, lift your heels. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. And you're going to bring your left ankle over for awkward chair pose. And then from here, left fingertips come down to the floor, right hand into the left sole of the left foot. push into the foot and twist to the right. And then release. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Walk the hands around to the left. Keep the knee bent, walk your hands out, and then push the floor away. So you're in like a down dog with the upper body. Maybe start to straighten this right leg, really pushing the floor away. And then rebend this right knee. Start to squat down and bring this left hip down to the floor. Left hand still behind, supporting. Bring your right hand back to the sole of that foot and then push this left thigh and knee down towards the floor. Slowly rock the other way so that you come into a spinal twist, seated twist, Matsyendrasana. And then from here, you're going to take this left foot and bring it in front of your right. So your right foot is closer towards your pelvis, your left foot is further out. And then see if you can remember which way you crossed your arms. Inhale here, and then exhale, folding in. And then inhale, slowly come up. So I'm going to shift this left foot across a little bit, swing my right leg around and come into a pigeon pose on this left side. So you can slide a blanket underneath this left hip if you need to. And then I'm going to lean into that left hip a little bit so it's a little bit softer and walk my hands over to the right. And come into a little bit of a twist. Keep my elbows sink into the floor and rest my third eye on into my thumbs for a few breaths. So you're staying always connected with as much of the body as we can into the floor, shifting the energy from moving upwards and scattered, starting to center it, ground it, pull it down, and then maybe folding a little bit deeper. And then from here, just lifting up a little bit, bringing this left elbow down. Just going to lean as I sweep this right knee up and then pick up the knee, find the ankle, pull it in, and then I'm going to reach and hold this shin with both hands and bring the side of my head down towards the floor. So I'm pulling on that shin. And then I'm going to press myself up and I'm going to bring this right knee in more. And then I'm going to fold straight down the centre of my pose, really grounding my hips, both hips down towards the floor. And I'm going to take a little bit more weight into this left forearm, and just twist to the right a little bit. And then from here, calming back up, and I'm going to start to thread this right arm underneath, bringing the elbow in front of the knee and bringing my palms together and dropping my head towards the floor. All the time thinking, what can I let go of? What can I release? What can I soften? And then slowly coming up, taking the hands back behind, and inhale, lifting your chest up. And then exhale. I'm going to sweep this foot around, and I'm going to slowly come all the way back and cross my left ankle over my right thigh. And then from here, same hand, same knee, drawing the knees in. Shoulders stay grounded, flexing that left foot. And then opposite hand and knee. And from here, I'm going to pull, it's even trying to pull the legs together and twist my torso over to the right. So just a gentle twist, subtle twist. And then turning my head back to centre, releasing. I'm going to slide my left leg further over my right and reach down, find the feet, drawing the feet in, getting a deeper stretch into this left outer hip. And then I'm going to keep hold of the feet. I'm going to slowly lower this right leg to the floor and then roll the left foot to the floor and turn my head to the left. And then slowly release. I'm going to keep hold of this left foot, stretch my right leg straight along the mat, bring the outside edge of this left foot into my right hip crease, press that leg and knee down towards the floor and stretch my left arm alongside my ear. And then lifting this left arm, picking up this left leg, and create a little bit of momentum. And I'm going to rock myself up, just adjust on the mat a little bit. Again, pull, keep this the outside edge of that foot into the hip crease, or bring the sole of the foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up, find your Pratibhi Mudra again, and exhale, fold. Keep lengthening your spine forwards on the inhale and folding out over that leg on the exhale. Inhale, come up, and then slowly release all the way down to the floor. Open your legs out, open your arms out. Now feel the whole of the back of your body grounding, dropping down, rooting the back of your body, nestling it into the earth, feeling that support, so that you can begin the process of developing and growing and expanding from that stable base. feel your energy moving through your body. The main channel of energy through your spine, Sushumna, is crisscrossed over with the two energy channels that run alongside the spine, Ida and Pingala nadis, and each time they cross is a chakra. And the root chakra is where these three nadis begin from. This is the root, and then they weave their way up the central channel of energy. And as you lie back, just imagine right at the base of your spine a red glow or a luminescent red four-petaled lotus flower. Feeling its subtle expansion as you inhale, and a little contraction as you exhale. Maybe saying to yourself, I feel rooted, I feel connected to the earth and to my body. I feel rooted, I feel connected to the earth and to my body. Drawing nourishment, drawing sustenance from the earth, allowing it to pervade through every cell in your body. And you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need to, or as long as you've got. And then when you're ready, you're going to reach your arms over the crown of your head, big stretch, wriggling out, fingers and toes, and then drawing your knees in and rolling to your right. And then when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a seat. Come back to a comfortable seat. Bring your mudra right in front of the base of your spine. And then we're going to finish our practice by chanting the seed sound Lam for this Muladhara chakra. And the vibration of the sound of this chant and this seed sound, this bija mantra for this chakra, is going to stimulate that chakra even further. So taking a big breath in. La. Slowly bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Lifting your head. Namaste. So thank you for practicing with me. I hope that you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more rooted into your foundation. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video for our second chakra up, Svadhisthana chakra.